So, hello everyone. Hope your back to school day was good, just like mine. I got a lot of memes, got a lot of fun stuff. Sorry I didn't film it for you. Kind of forgot because school started so early. My school started at 8:30 and it just ends at 3, or when I will be posting this. But long story short, one thing that stuck out all day today was my lunch break. I don't know about y'all, but I got an hour and 30 minutes to eat lunch, which is a lot longer than I'm pretty sure is a lot longer than you get any time during normal lunch. But the one thing, because I went to YouTube, I was bored, YouTube, what are you going to do? Because we already went out to eat. And we came back and I went to YouTube and watched YouTube. And the one show that I found that I have not watched in forever is Beauty Covers What Lies Hidden Underneath. I'm still watching it now. And it's by Munchie Love. I love her so much because of this one series. She's basically the reason I started watching YouTube and doing this kind of stuff. Now, I'm not a gotcha tuber. I'm probably not going to be able to go up to her level. But, oh my god, this stuff is awesome. It has 3 seasons. I'm watching season 1 and 2 right now. But I love it. I don't have time to find all the episodes, but there's this 2 hour, there's a 2 hour and 3 minutes and 9 seconds long full movie of season 1 and 2. And let me tell you, it is worth it. Because first, you start off with these, I'm not going to get into too much character because that's where you guys are supposed to come in. Ariana and her little sister. I'm going to call her Ari because she reminds me of Ari from My Hero Academia. Another anime for another time. But they are running away from their father, whose apparently sold her into marriage, but when she said no, he was just gonna have her little sister do it instead, even though she's like 5 and she's like 14. And I'm like, the tea. And then, long story short, they run into this girl, and she buys them a ticket. Them not knowing her, saying, "Thank you so much, let's go." They go to the airport because the girl they just met, her name is Maya, by the way. Maya, by the way, is buying them a ticket to take them to her kingdom. Them being in a hurry to get away from their father, they decided to go with them and then take a plane back to her kingdom, where I already said that. Oh my god, I suck. But they go there, they arrive at her castle. They are shocked and amazed. But when they get there, they have this little cute little funny banter where it's like, Maya, did you kidnap more people? And she was like, no, shut up, you're ruining the moment. And then Ari is like, Miss Maya, and then she's like all cute and stuff, and that little cute little moment is so sweet, and it made my heart melt. But then some intenseness happened. First, Ari was like, sister, are you okay? And then she was like, no, don't worry about it. And then the sister's getting all mad, and then she was like, Abigail, and I was like, what? Abigail? I thought her name was Abby. And then, that whole scene happened, but then Ari, I'm calling her Ari. Her name is Abby, but I'm calling her Ari. I don't know why. MHA actually affects things, okay? But she runs into the forest only to make her older sister go after her, and then there's some other knight guy, and then, her brother and stuff, and they have that little flashback, and I'm talking too much, and this is, literally, the first couple of minutes, okay? This is only, 4 minutes and 4 seconds in, okay? They're just, unfolding the stuff, and it goes to the flashback where the mother is leaving them, and leaving her father, and and then, she took the one boy in the house and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, so that's what happened. And then stuff happened. And then his nickname is Auntie, but his name is Anthony. But I'm not going to... I'm not going to get too much into this. But, long story short, we're going to skip a couple years further ahead. Let's do that. A couple minutes further before we go years, okay? Next thing that happened is that, let me tell you, the tea scene happens here. At about, 9 minutes and 50 seconds in. Let me tell you, go to this right here, 9:50 seconds. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed because this is my favorite scene in this whole entire series. Okay? I'm telling you, you gotta watch it. Because right now, they're in the room, and then they hear her dad come in, and I'm not gonna spoil it for any of you. You gotta watch it, because I'm telling you, the tea has been unpacked right here. Okay? Because, everybody's in the same room. And then, okay, one thing is, Mom and Dad finally got reunited. That's the only hint I'm gonna give y'all. That's the only hint. But, apparently, Marcus the Prince was engaged. No, because then I'm going to be spilling it. Bruh, I suck at this. But, a couple years later, there's this guy named Marcus. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot. It disturbs you. I'm sick right now. I don't got the corona. I don't got the rona. I don't got the rona. Sorry. But, this happens. Marcus gets shot. I know, there's a lot of time skips, and you're like, what is happening? And I'm telling you, you gotta watch it yourself, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of skips, because this thing is, like Pretty said, 2 hours long. Each season is, 1 hour. But Marcus gets shot at his birthday. And gets taken away, and he got shot, which made me laugh a bit. But now she's having these little nightmares of Marcus telling her to let's go home, but he was shot, and now she's just got these demons and stuff, sleep paralysis. I think, I don't know. Don't at me for this. It's my first time. But this was really sad because everybody was now forced to do their part and work, which I'm pretty sure some of them don't know because royalty doesn't do stuff except for rule a kingdom, and that's it. Everything else is done for them. Rich people privileges, am I right? But everyone was trained and made stuff, and then something happened in about 3 in the morning. And you'll never guess what happened. Okay, so you remember Ariana and stuff? The main character here, I forgot her name because I really didn't care until the tea happened. Ariana, we're calling her Ariana because that's what she reminds me of. Anyway, Ariana, she was apparently pregnant. That's when Marcus got shot, but she was pregnant at the time, and she was going to tell him, but she didn't get to tell him, and then he was shot and stuff, and yeah. And her water broke at 3 a.m. the next day when they were separated. Well, this is when it was oh my god, I cannot tell you how much it means to me and stuff. I cannot get all of this in words, that's why it's all sounding jumbled up, and then you're what is she talking about? She was supposed to be telling me about her day at school, and I'm I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm not even going to tell you guys anything. Just go watch Beauty Covers What Lies Hidden Underneath by Munchie Love. I'm telling you, this was a straight up masterpiece. I am so happy I decided to go to YouTube because I would have never found this masterpiece ever, and I'm just so happy. If you guys don't want to, go find it, I will put it in one of my playlists so that way you guys could go watch it. I'll make one where all the episodes lead up to it, and then at the very bottom of it, then I'll just be the 2 movie long things so you see how it comes together. I'm really happy I found this, and that was mostly my day. You know, school was nice. It was normal. Talked to some friends, played Among Us again, like what we used to do. You know, nothing really changed. But one thing I'm proud of is the fact and stuff that I was able to share this day with you guys. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and have fun, my little killers. Alright, goodbye. See you all tomorrow when I do this again, but this time I'll actually record a class. So that way, I'll record one class. Maybe I'll record my second period, which is ELA. Or math. No, ELA, because ELA I don't really have to do much. Math, I need a calculator for that. Which reminds me, this dumb question today. Because, it was oh, solve this for y. I was like, what? And then I pulled out my calculator, and then I was like, oh, okay, there. And it was solve equation for x and y equals yada, yada, yada. I was like, excuse me? Excuse me? Please explain? That had me mad so much. Because, they never explained what x and y was. No, they did not. Okay? They just said solve. Solve, I tell you. Solve. No, here, no, and this was on Success Maker, too. No, here you go, no tutorials, no nothing, okay? Just solve it. And I was mad. You better believe it. You better believe how mad I was. Hope you like some of the scenery for today. I maybe thought some of you might have got tired of the black, which I would never get tired of because I added the bubbles. I'll add the bubbles yet again, but still. Like I said before, like, share, subscribe, and have a great, spooky rest of your day. Night. Goodbye, my killers.